Good evening and welcome to Letter from the Light Side on the 3rd of February 2022. My name's Conboy and hopefully we're going to get some channeled information from my guides and inspirers to help us deal with whatever the energy is that's going on around us. Sorry, I'm laughing already because I'm sitting here thinking, what a week! Dealing with the energy. Oh my goodness me. So I hope that they can give us some support, some advice, I don't know, anything. It's been a very interesting week. We've got a new moon that's been happening. We've got the energy of the Imbolc or Bridget Day ceremony. We've got Chinese New Year. We've had actually lots of little mini downloads of energy. I've counted 12 at the moment. Most of them coming in Sunday through to Tuesday. Sunday evening through to Tuesday night. So you might be thinking, what's going on? I certainly have. And I've been calling on my guides all week and sort of, what's this about? Okay, so we've also got the end run around of Mercury retrograde. And the switch in that energy that switches to going forward. So we've got quite a few things going on, and you might have found yourself sort of sitting at the end of every day going, I don't know what's just happened. I've been sort of sitting last thing at night saying to Ray, well, what was that all about then? And he's been going, you'll see. And I'm like, right, okay. Come on, give me a clue. And I love it in a way when he's sat in the room, he's just sat like laughing his head off over in the corner. Because sometimes we have these weeks where we just don't know whether we're on our head or on our feet. And I sat down tonight and said, I don't know what this broadcast is going to be like because, you know, YouTube and Facebook, and you're still nagging me to broadcast on Instagram as well, and I'm like, don't understand this, please, don't ask me to do technical stuff. So, what you might have found this week is that the best laid plans. We've had these energy downloads. They've been quite gentle, but they are making us pick up on things like boundaries, things like trusting others. That's been another little theme. Trusting yourself is really important, and I can't do this job if I don't trust I can do it. But there's also a thing about trusting others and where the boundary is and how we handle the relationships. And it's interesting because, of course, my little dog who came and had a look at everybody last week, he's not in the room with me tonight. He's been showing me a lot of things about trust because he's a rescue dog and he doesn't quite believe he's landed on his feet, so to speak. Every now and then he's had a little wobble in case, what's happening? And it's really interesting to watch him and then feel it mirrored in myself and the stuff that's happening in my life, and actually to get the messages from people about the way things are going this week and understanding this challenge to accommodate the energy and to deal with things, but not in a reactive way. And that's an interesting thing with the dog. He doesn't trust, so he's a bit reactive, even if nothing's going to happen at all. And this week you might find that you've been feeling a little bit like that. don't quite trust everything will work out okay. Rafe's been saying to me all week, it'll be fine. You know that was never going to happen, so it'll be fine. And he's been kind of encouraging me to hold on to the trust that things will turn out okay. Obviously, and apparently last week I mentioned about the more explosive energy that was coming with all this combined energy that's going on, and so you might have found that you're having beep, pop, 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 little pops of explosion this week. Things sort of coming to the surface and clarity. But almost like, I don't know if I really want to have that kind of level of clarity. Could I just go back to not paying as much attention? And of course we can't. Sorry, I'm wiggling in my chair because I've got Archangel Ashaliel. He's here as well, wanting to do his bit to keep the energy high, to keep everything positive. Because that's the answer this week, is to rise above it and to see it as almost, the words he's using is storming in a teacup. We're still being kind of wound up in the nicest sense of it. We're still being prepped, ready for the black. We haven't had all the energy we need yet, apparently. He says we're going to get more. The shift that needs to happen this month, the shift, the change. So you say it well. Oh no, you can expect to get more and more energy build up as we get closer to the 20th of February. And that's because it's that push, that launch that you need. Now, sorry, I'm on the sidetrack completely because Ray's telling me to say the dreams. The dreams have just been, what? I've been dreaming about people I know. I've been dreaming about people I don't know. I've been dreaming all sorts of random stuff, but it's really interesting because our Shelley says in the dreams what we're processing is that trust in ourselves and our place in the world and where it all fits in, and whether the dreams make any sense or not at the moment, there are messages being woven into those dreams. So try the best you can to remember what dreams you've had this week, and to hold on to that idea of maybe recording your dreams or jotting them down as soon as you get up somehow, just capturing the information. It's really interesting because when they work with messages through dreams, it's like a crossword puzzle. I have to sit down and think, okay, why was that person in my dream? What was that all about? I'm trying to write as much detail as I could. I try to practice lucid dreaming, which is to ask myself to recall everything that's happening in a dream, and in reality to kind of know that I'm in a dream. And I do know when I'm in a dream, sometimes in the strong lucid dreaming states, and part of that is being able then to take control of that dream. If you don't like that dream, you can say, no, I don't like this, I'm out of here, give me something else. But in that process of capturing all the detail, what's fascinating is that then it takes on meaning if you map your dreams. And our Shelley's put in a lot of energy into working on dreams with us. But the dream's about trusting you, the dream's about boundaries, the dream's about expansion. This is a big thing with our Shelley. He's really wanting you to understand how it's time to expand. Sorry. He was telling me yesterday not to be a nervous Nelly and just crack on with doing what I know they'd like me to do. And I'm laughing, really laughing, because it's our Shelley who's got me into doing sort of a double broadcast, and now they're talking about triple live broadcast, and I'm like, I don't think the internet will take it. And they're laughing and said, no, you mean you're a bit wobbly. And it's true, because I've been doing on Facebook for a good number of years now. I think I'm on 4, or is it 5? I can't remember, where I've been doing letters. And I've moved on to YouTube, and now they're sort of going, go on, another step, so quickly, because I've only just got used to being on YouTube and how all that works. So what our show is asking you to notice in your dreams and in your life is where you're being prompted. Take a look at this situations that seem quite random. Take a look at it, unpack it, work out the puzzle, suss out why these experiences are happening, because they're all about expansion. They're all about letting yourself be more. I see the world as an intuitive energy world, which is why I do these broadcasts. Trudy, yes, they do. That's why I do these broadcasts, and it's about radiating the energy out as much as it is about material world activity. So it's reminding you, we can expand our ability to give out more positive energy. Oh, there's such a desperate need, Shelley says, for positivity right now across the world. And it's not the fake positivity, he says, that denies how you may be feeling. Sorry, it knows. It does my head in when I get this sort of fake, oh, everybody be happy kind of vibe that sometimes people put out. I know they're doing it for a good reason for themselves, but we have to acknowledge that being positive is an effort when we don't trust what the universe is doing. Being positive is something that only comes when we understand the shadow side of ourselves as much as we understand the positivity. You wonder what on earth I'm doing. Oh, Shelley's just told me to plug my iPad in. So apparently I mustn't be whatever I'm doing. Who knows? It would not surprise me in the least if the battery on the iPad just went because I've been popping light bulbs. I've been electric shocking myself. Even my hair's doing the electric shock treatment every day this week, and I'm like, I don't know why it's doing that. Behave. And it's that sense of little shocks coming through, little reminders that this week's been about. Reminding yourself to look after yourself, trust yourself, put the boundaries in place, and to do what's right for you. Again, sometimes people expect us, we have expectations that people are always going to be really nice. I know that in my work, people assume I'm a bit of a pushover. I don't know why they assume that, but maybe that, they can take advantage in some way. And they're a little bit shocked when I don't respond the way they somehow expect me to. And sometimes come back at me as if, right, well, you didn't do what I wanted you to do. And I'm sort of sitting there going, well, I did what I wanted to do, that's fine. So you might also find that the boundary issues are about what other people expect of you compared to what you expect of yourself. And I'm okay with me making the decisions I want to make. And if somebody doesn't like that, that's nothing I can do about it. It's their choice to get upset about it. So Shelley's also putting that little message in there about, you know, doing what's right for you doesn't have to be what's right for everybody else. If we're going to expand and move forward, we've got to come away from the expectations people have of us. We have to be our authentic selves. And if that means that somebody doesn't like what you say, well, somebody doesn't like what you say. And understand that, you know, it's not giving offence. If you don't like what somebody says, well, walk away. Don't listen. You know, it's just such an interesting human trait, Shelley says, to try to put ourselves into delivering on the expectations of others when we're here to deliver on our own selves, our uniqueness, our ability. So think about the energy of this week as shaking you up a little bit, turning things upside down, but for the right reason, to say, right, what's old, what's stuck, what needs to go, and where do I need to make new beginnings? I've certainly had a real sense of I've got to tweak some of the, I suppose, rules I live by, or the ways in which I interact with people, rightly so, because it's not working. So I need to tweak that a little bit. And if you think about what our Shelley wants us to do, he holds up this mirror and he says, look, you're holding yourself back because you're getting stuck with issues and with things that really, it doesn't matter. It's insignificant. It's take the messages of love and support that come through the dreams, play with understanding the dreams, solve the puzzle. Guides like to make us think. And I do get very, very angry about that at times, because I think, just tell me, don't make me solve another puzzle. And they just go, you'll solve it in the end. It'll all work out all right. And I just go, sorry, Race, looking a little bit guilty. No, he's not really. He's just laughing his head off at me. So, thinking about the energy that you've been in, it's been bringing things up for you to notice, pay attention to. That's what the dreams are about. Pay attention. And what is happening on a deeper level in this wake-up call to the whole of humanity is we are being asked to step away from what we've been told we should be and step into being what we can be, what we were meant to be. I had this lovely conversation the other day about, you know, when do children lose their innocence? When do they start to take on the judgments of the world? Shelley and I were sitting having a chat, and I'd asked, you know, what is this about? How hard it is to stop judging ourselves. How do we do it? Because I was really, really trying to work out, how do I do it? And he was really pointing out that what we do as we grow up is we're trying to learn the rules of the game. But it's a game written in a different language on a planet we don't understand, and we're just trying to make sense of it all. Watch any little new baby just trying to make sense of it all, trying to sort out what's the rules. Never mind what's the language, but what's the rules. And we get this inconsistency happening about what rules are applied. And we also then find that if you don't follow the rules, you get judged. And you get judged very harshly sometimes. And then eventually, you've taken that judgment on and you think, right, okay, that I must be bad or sad or mad or rotten or hateful or ugly or anything but it's the judgments of others. And it's the inconsistency in how the rules are applied. And we lose that connection. We've got a beautiful connection, beautiful intuitive connection when we're small. And it gradually gets whittled away by this sort of process of us trying to follow the rules and the adults around us shifting the ground, or the kids around us shifting the ground, time after time after time, so that we don't know who we are. And that's what this week's felt like. Definitely not knowing who you are. Why is this happening? Yeah. And we're just being asked to look at those rules, the way we impose them and judge ourselves. And, you know, I haven't met a person who doesn't try their absolute best to be perfect and hates themselves and is angry with themselves every time they can't be perfect. But there isn't a perfect in the way we imagine it. It just doesn't exist on this planet. And our Shelley's bringing that to you because we are going to continue over the next week or so to get these chopping and changing, these contrary moments where we think we're doing one thing but it turns out we're doing something else altogether, where our heads are a bit, ooh, I don't know where I'm at, what day is it? And the way to deal with that is not to judge yourself for what you did do, what you didn't do, whatever, but to understand this is the uncertainty of life, and what we can do is love ourselves enough to say it's fine, it's uncertain times, to give ourselves the permission to not know what we're supposed to be doing. Sometimes that's a wonderful permission. That's a reminder I get from Mum regularly. Give yourself permission not to know. Yeah, why isn't that part of the rules? It's okay, you don't have to know. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to know what's coming. You're in the moment, be in the moment. And so our Shelley's asking you next week, or through the coming week, be able to be in the now, be able to accept that the uncertainty's there and it doesn't matter, because in the end humanity always turns out right. We always get there in the end, and it's that thing if we do get there in the end that's sort of quite surprising. I have to say, when I was younger, much younger, I never thought I'd get to be here, and it isn't perhaps the here I was planning for or pushing for, but it's a here I'm very happy with, and it's a here I love. Isn't perfect, and it's not, it's not positive every single moment, but it's a good here. It's a good here to be in. And if we just recognise that the rules of the game are not about following the rules and judging, but about enjoying the journey. I know that that's said often and it can be confusing. Oh, enjoy the journey. Well, this bit of it's a bit crap. But again, our Shelley wants you to think about, through that journey, how much you've grown, how much expansion's gone on in your life, and you've ended up a different person than maybe you ever anticipated, because you have weathered the turbulence of life and you have made your progress. You have got to somewhere, and now there's more journey to do. It's a really, really good time for creative ideas. Our Shelley is a big, big booster to make the inspirations happen. And so you may find that you're popping with ideas. Not all the ideas are instant, but just pop. Please, over the next week, grab those ideas. There is a silent revolution going on, if you like, an underground movement. I call it the Messiah within. You know, a secret Messiah, the Messiah that's within. We're on a mission to lighten and brighten by expanding our own self. We're on a mission to change, and to it's going to create upheaval in what we think is fixed and steady. But that mission to change is desperately needed. Desperately, if you look across the globe, at how much inhumanity there is, how much division, understand that change is absolutely necessary. It's the whole point of it. We have to surface the compassionate human being in us and take that forward. So we have to stop judging. We have to stop saying I can't or I'm no good. And we have to start thinking about moving forward with passion for being who we are. And understanding that the way to tap into that passion is through that childlike wonder at the world. So, don't be surprised if things get a little bit childlike. Find the wonder, enjoy the wonder, because that's what's coming. That's what we need to build us through the uncertainty. Children don't remember past, present and future. They really don't. They are moments. They're in the moments. So for the next week, the energy will be encouraging you to be in the moment, living the best life you can, and dealing with the uncertainty by knowing that this is change for the right reasons. Long time that we've been needing to change, and it is going to happen. I hope some of that makes sense, and I hope you can take what Rafe and our Shelley have been able to offer. You know, when we're in uncertain times, we have to rely on ourselves. We have the strength, we have the passion, we have the desire to live good lives. Let's lose the rest and go back to the excitement of the journey. It's a wonderful journey. Not perfect, but full of interesting puzzles. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for everybody watching live, wherever you're watching. Thank you very much. And thank you to everybody who watches on Catch Up, because I know so many of you do watch on Catch Up. It's really lovely when I see your names pop up, or I see the comments that you make. I know that my guides and inspirers really appreciate you tuning in to what they have to say. I'll be back next Thursday. Funnily enough, this broadcast is the one thing I can be certain of in a week. Somehow that everything always gets cleared out of the way in order to do this. So, with the love of my guides and inspirers, have a good week and get ready to expand. Take care, everyone. Bye.